channel, Neophytes. Today we're discussing the social subtype of the Enneagram 6, so let's get into that. This subtype seeks protection through structure, where the self-preservation 6 hides behind warmth, the social 6 hides behind rules. Their fear of chaos turns into a devotion to order. They replace faith with obedience and find safety in systems that promise stability. For the social 6, duty is the antidote to fear. They try to secure life through correctness, following procedure, doing what's expected, never failing anyone. Anxiety hides behind responsibility. They trust in rules more than instincts because rules don't abandon them. Their childhood taught them that approval is conditional. To be loved, they had to be the good one. They learned early to repress rebellion and follow the law of the parent. Authority gave structure but not affection, leaving them loyal yet emotionally starved. They find identity in groups, ideologies, or shared missions. Belonging feels like protection. When they are part of a system, they don't have to question themselves. The group becomes a surrogate family, safe, predictable, moral. The danger is mistaking belonging for truth. They rarely show panic. Instead, they become tense and perfectionistic. They hide fear behind composure. Doing everything right becomes a survival mechanism, but under the calm exterior is exhaustion. The fear of slipping, of being exposed as irresponsible. Their thinking orbits around structure. What's allowed, what's correct, what's forbidden. They analyze endlessly and rationalize feeling and replace emotion with logic. Instincts are distrusted. Rules are sacred. Their mind becomes a fortress built to protect them from uncertainty.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Sorry.
When anxious, they tighten. They become rigid, formal, and moralistic. Work, order, and routine are used to manage fear. They often seem reliable and admirable, but behind their composure is a constant tremor. What if I'm not doing enough? What if I disappoint? They connect through shared values, not emotional depth. They seek respect more than affection. They often play the guide, the teacher, positioning themselves as a moral compass. They protect others by enforcing rules, but this distance prevents real vulnerability. Their superego is relentless. They fear punishment for every mistake. Guilt drives them to overwork and overcorrect. When they feel unworthy, they compensate by being even more dutiful. Their goodness can become performance, a way to silence inner accusation. They hesitate not from confusion, but from fear of imperfection. Every act must meet the standard. Freedom feels irresponsible. Improvision feels dangerous. They postpone spontaneity in favor of doing what's right, mistaking obedience for virtue.
If they find us, they will crush us, grind us into tiny pieces, and blast us into oblivion.
When fear intensifies, they cling to ideology. Rules and systems replace more personal judgment. They may become dogmatic, believing that following the correct structure ensures safety. The obsession with order masks a deep distrust, not only of others, but of themselves. They defend against fear with righteousness. By condemning the irresponsible world, they project their own anxiety outward. They identify with authority, seeking safety in hierarchy. They rationalize their emotions as moral logic. I'm not angry, I'm right. Their anger is disguised as moral outrage or intellectual critique. Direct confrontation feels too risky, so they express irritation through rules or sarcasm. They despise incompetence because it mirrors their own suppressed imperfection. Beneath control lies resentment towards the very authority they serve. The social six is the dutiful child who traded spontaneity for acceptance. They built an identity of control and correctness. Their world runs on obedience, but their heart longs for freedom. Their neurosis lies in confusing structure with safety and loyalty with love. They live in a lifelong dialogue with authority, wanting approval and fearing rejection. When authority fails them, they become it. They embody the Father's rules, policing themselves and others. Their anger towards domination transforms into becoming the dominator. Growth means discovering that true order comes from within. They must replace disobedience with inner trust. That trust replaces ideology. When they learn that faith doesn't require perfection, duty transforms into devotion, and fear gives way to integrity. The social six is the tower and the lantern, built strong to withstand storms, but meant to guide, not imprison. When they find faith in their own moral intuition, the tower becomes a light. Their safety no longer depends on rules, but truth. And that is all for the social six.